why don't you go straight down the row here and just introduce yourself, talk a little bit about your company, what you do there.
Hey everybody, Sean Lee, another Sean. I'm the director of People and Culture at Bombfell. We're a venture-backed fashion tech startup. We provide online personal styling service for guys across the United States.
So we have quite a bit of different companies here, and I'm guessing you all speak to somebody definitely before they actually get a job at your company. So let's just kick it off with the most important thing. The most important thing I think is the personality. Is the personality of that person as important as the technical skills that they bring to the table?
For us, when I joined, one of the first initiatives was to clearly define our values. So when we do assess someone for their cultural fit, we don't just say, I don't think I'm going to get along with this person. We want you to be able to use our values and say, I think I'm concerned about this candidate because of this specific value that we hold dear at our organization. So accountability is one of them, being substantive, having open communication, having a positive attitude, and being respectful to your coworkers. So those are our 5 values, and we assess that on every interview for every candidate.
We have a medical company, we have a financial company, we have music, we have a lot of different companies up here. Is it the same type of person? If they all had the same skills, is it the same type of person that could work at every one of these companies? You know, is it the same kind of? It's obviously a different cultural fit, but assuming all the same skills, and again, everyone wants somebody to be trustworthy and respect their coworkers. Like, I don't think anybody's going to argue those points differently. Nobody wants. Yeah, I want like disrespect, and nobody's going to say. So those are the standard answers that I expect here. But is there a different mentality people should have when they're interviewing at a different type of company like the ones that we have up here?
Yeah, I think for us at Bombfell, we don't really care which industry you're coming from. I think the person we interviewed who did the most phenomenal job in our interview process actually came from an insurance company, and we actually did not expect that at all. Not to say there's anything wrong with insurance companies, but so we are totally okay with any industry that you come from. What we care about is, are you interested in our product and learning more about our product and solving the problems that we face every single day? And we look for candidates that have done the research, understand our competitors in the market, maybe went through the onboarding process to see what that experience is like. So expressing and showing that genuine interest is what we look for.
So let's talk about like what makes maybe a lasting impression that would definitely make you not hire that person. Let's because I know there's people that you walk out of an interview, right, and you're like, did I just say that? Like, holy crap! I should have stopped talking like 5 minutes ago. That was awful. That was my worst interview yet. Let's go over a couple of things. Like, what have you heard that maybe they shouldn't say at an interview or shouldn't do after an interview?
I have a lot of examples, but I'll give kind of, I guess, a general suggestion or advice on what works for us and what we love seeing from candidates. I think because we're talking about engineering positions, sometimes we tend to forget that you have to still put in the effort to the whole interview process, and that starts from the moment you apply. So your email correspondence to the office manager who's scheduling your interview. Are you respectful to that person? Are you making spelling errors? Are you mixing up names, calling us Bombshell, not Bombfell? We see that all the time. So little details, because we're not a huge company, so we don't have thousands of positions. We only have a couple, so we're extremely selective in who we hire. So we look for that attention to detail. If you are mixing up names, if you are not following instructions on a coding challenge, that probably means you might make those same mistakes when we hire you. So making sure throughout the whole interview process you're really paying attention to detail, it would be my suggestion.
So let's talk about some other random questions that you ask. Obviously, we ask a lot of coding questions. I mean, you're in technology. We ask a lot of technology questions. What non-tech questions do you typically come up with? I mean, I like to always ask things like, oh, what's your favorite movie? Do you like Star Wars? Do you like Italian food? Like, do you guys have any random questions like that you could share with the audience?
At Bombfell, we have a culture of consistent feedback, both positive and constructive. So we want to make sure that no matter how many years of experience you've had, Do you have that constructive criticism that you can pull on previously that you're personally working on? And do you have the self-awareness and maturity to talk about it? So, we are coaching our managers to give consistent feedback to their reports every single day. And sometimes it's tough to hear constructive criticism on a consistent basis, but we feel that's the only way you can really grow. So we always ask for a specific area that you're trying to improve on, both professionally or personally. And if you can speak to that and bring up a really great example, it definitely resonates with our interviewing team.
I want to move on a little bit to coding challenges. I don't want to get too technical, but who here gives coding challenges? Does everybody do that or no?
Do you mean personally or as an organization?
I don't know if you issue personal coding challenges, but as an organization for an interview, do you give out coding challenges? So,
yes.
So 4 out of 5. All right, now how heavily do those weigh in? Do they have to pass that before you even see those people, or do they? How does that work for you guys? What's the process there?
At Bombfell, the first interview is a more culture fit interview, 30 minutes with our manager of talent acquisition. Then if you pass that, we send you a coding challenge that you do from the comfort of your own home. It should not take more than 60 minutes. We actually send it at a time of your choosing, so you can start it at that time, and we can see when you submit that coding challenge. If you do well on that, you come in person for about a 5 to 6 hour interview, and probably 4 to 5 of that is technical. So you'll meet multiple engineers, data scientists, and our co-founder and CTO. So a lot of algorithmic problem-solving questions and coding challenges, even on site.